Yes, guys, welcome back. We are live for the European journey. Right, this was going to be a preview for the next week's fixtures in the Europa League and the Champions League. But obviously, as we all know, the news about the European Super League, and with every day it gets more and more likely that it's going to happen. We will be talking about on the Half the Press show tomorrow, and about things we can do to try and maybe stop this from happening, and maybe discuss the history of the sport and stuff like that. But what does this mean for the Champions League and for the UEFA Europa League? We'll also be looking at the European format, because obviously UEFA came out Monday after this announcement with their own sort of branded, formatted Champions League, which looks very similar to the announcements of the Super League. So we will be looking into that and see what the benefits and the cons are. But I think with the European Super League, there's nothing but negatives. We'll start with you, Say. Welcome back to the channel. What do you say in terms of what's happened and how this is going to affect the Champions League and Europa League, especially this season, because we've still got the semi-finals?
I think obviously it's a disaster. I think it's happened because football teams have allowed greedy billionaires to buy their clubs, and obviously these billionaires didn't buy these clubs because they wanted Arsenal to start winning titles. It was just a business move for them, and because they have a lot of knowledge on how to franchise teams, and they saw the format of football and the potential of football and how much global fans there are, this was always something that was going to happen. So I think all football clubs have to look at themselves first of all and say, this is our fault. We did this to ourselves. And then obviously the impact it will have on UEFA and FIFA is that they no longer will have any right to claim to be the main stakeholders. They have misused their platforms to fill their own pockets, and now when this opportunity to continue filling their pockets is being threatened, they are getting scared. And obviously they can threaten these teams as much as they want, but at the end of the day, who's gonna watch Champions League if these teams are not there? Not many. Who's gonna watch the Europa League if these teams are not there? One of the reasons why the third team drops from Champions League to Europa League is to have bigger teams in the tournament. So I think that's probably the consequences. What I hope is that all football fans can gather together and form some kind of a football union and get our message out that we are one, all the fans, we are one, and we are against it, and they have to listen to us. Otherwise, we as fans will protest, and we will not buy any merchandise. We will not buy any pay-per-view, and we will not go and watch any football games until they listen to us, because they have to listen to us.
You say, you make a good point there. I think the problem is that they do this without the fans there, because I do think that this is what some social media has got to say about it. But otherwise, they probably would have reacted to some of the disappointing news. I do feel that and by the way, guys, please do hit the like button, hit the share button, hit that subscribe button now. We are 106 away from 1K. Please do share it and smash the like button. If you know anyone new that hasn't subscribed, please do it now. F1 football, or just wants to help with charity, please do it now. Go find just go share it with your friends and your family. But I mean, with say about listening to the fans, we wouldn't be in this mess, to be honest, if they did listen to the fans anyway. So to listen to the fans now is a bit bloody late, to be honest. Whether the fans union should have really they should have formed a fans union to try and stop this. You could say that, but hindsight's a wonderful thing.
I think stop it is impossible. I think what we could do is change the direction and implement other rules. But I think a Super League in one way or another is 100% gonna happen. It's too much money involved. It's too much powerful people. We cannot stop it entirely, but we can surely shape it into something that's about merit, about winning, and doesn't look down on teams who have less global fans around the world.
Yeah. Obviously, Charlie, Man City fan, has been at the top of the league for a fair few number of years now, especially in the 2010s. What would you say to it?
I think that they're doing this. It's a joke, to be honest. That's what I believe. Yeah. What was wrong?
I make you absolutely right. What we got? We'll just go through some of the comments here. Geez, they sure as heck wasn't wasting time explaining what Arsenal ownership was being so damn cheap all these past seasons, setting up all the money to launch this crazy project. It's got a good point there. The Liga will not expel Real Madrid, Barcelona, or Atletico Madrid for their position in the Super League. Great, that's what we're brilliant. I would do that. Pretty obvious, but that the owners have been plotting behind the scenes for some. Of course, it is. I mean, the way they've gone about it and how they prepared they are, you can't be able to do this without being properly prepared. So James Dunlop, good morning to you. Big up. I think the Premier League will punish the Big Six, but when it comes to completely banning them, I'm not sure about that yet. Premier League and UEFA are also money lovers, so I don't think they ban them. Well, from at the minute, it looks like they are going to. Please, you do have the link. Greetings, people. The link is pinned up in the chat. So this is an open session for anyone to come on and have their say on the matter, because we're still talking about it now. So obviously we still got the semi-finals of both the Europa League and the UEFA Champions League. UEFA have come out and said that, obviously because they're not impressed by this, they've come out and said that if you're one of the clubs, so say like an Arsenal, we get knocked out by Villarreal, or Villarreal will play someone else, and we would be no longer in it. And it's the same with Man City and Chelsea in the Champions League, that they could end up getting expelled before we even start. I mean, let's say back in the building, just adding to the stream. But yeah, so do you think UEFA will finally put their foot down and ban these clubs, Charlie? If this carries on, do you think that they will actually put their foot down and they would actually ban them and put other teams that were knocked out in the quarterfinals? Because I heard that they were going to knock them out, and then they were going to bring 6 of the last quarterfinalists back. So unfortunately for some people, for a lot of people, in fact the whole world, the Slavia Prague will get access back into the Premier League, into Europa League. Sorry. So, but yeah, what would you say, Charlie?
I don't believe they'll do that, to be honest. UEFA are the type of people to talk a load of shit and then not actually follow through with it. That's what I believe, anyway.
Yeah, Anthony, big up. Alan, big up as well. And so too, Chelsea fan, I'm going outside. Chelsea to show that I don't want it. Yeah, I mean, I'd happily drive 2.5 hours to show you can piss off, but it's a long way to say that.
They've done that already. Remember last year or the year before, they banned us from the Champions League team. We'd be banned for 2 years, get fined a load, got fined a couple million, and then didn't actually get banned.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I think really sort of told a lot of fans, is that a lot of clubs that UEFA aren't that strong. UEFA haven't been that strong, dominant governing body of football. So that's probably why. I mean, yeah, I will actually start looking at the Champions League, because obviously this came out the night before the UEFA were going to release their new format for 2024. So I'm going to just quickly have a look at it. Whilst the Champions League, obviously, if Arsenal decide not to be in this Super League and then do a massive U-turn, they won't be allowed in it because they're not good enough. So how we're playing in the Super League, I don't know. Why you earn the right to play big teams like Barcelona and that, you don't get given the right. So for me as a football fan, I have to put my football head on it and say, no, that's not right. But yeah, what I'm saying is that, do you feel that I have to put this, I can't. Do you feel the Champions League, the new format that's coming out, do you think that's going to improve it, or it's not really going to help in the fact that there's more games to play? Because everyone's guaranteed 10 games.
I think for a long time, the Champions League format has been outdated. I think this new format is probably better than what it is, but I still don't think it's good enough. I think it can be better, and I think it should be better. But I think one of the reasons why it's not better is because they never involve fans in these topics. They never listen to what we want. They just look at what they can gain. It's like a lot of Arsenal fans think that if Arsenal join this Super League, we're going to go out and buy Jack Grealish, James Maddison. No. Stan Kroenke owns Arsenal 100%. If he joins this, it just means more profit for him. It's not going to... Why would he all of a sudden start buying players? For what? He doesn't want to win this Super League. He just wants to make sure that every year he's guaranteed a certain amount of profit. So if he can be there without spending big money and make huge profit, why would he then start buying players to try winning? So for us, we would be tracking this so-called Super League and get probably battered by almost every team. We probably finish bottom 3 every season, and he would still make way more money than if we were going to win the Champions League every year. And I think that's the issue. When the value of winning become less than the value of gaining profit, that's why we are where we are. There's an imbalance between being successful and winning silverware.
Yeah, I'm looking now at the format for the Champions League. I'm just trying to see if I can just have it in bullet points, because it'd be easier to sort of show people. But yeah, what do you think to it, Charlie?
I agree with Saeed completely, to be honest.
Yeah, you think same thing with what was explaining?
Yeah.
That's right. This is taking forever. Why is it they can't just have it in bullet points? Yeah, right. Okay, then we'll go to UEFA there, right? So,
and I think the issue now is as well is that how is UEFA and FIFA going to be able to motivate these 12 teams to not create a Super League? How will they be able to do that? I think that's a very important question, because obviously we all know that UEFA and FIFA have used the love and passion of football fans to feed their pocket. We all know that they are corrupt organizations. We have seen so many terrible decisions being made throughout the years. We've seen what happened to Sepp Blatter, Platini, and we've seen what used to happen when countries got chose to arrange football tournaments. We've seen what's happening in Qatar. We saw what happened in Russia. So what happened in South Africa, and etc. So these guys are no angels.
Yeah.
These guys are probably not even better than these owners. The only difference are these owners are more intelligent. They are better business people, and that's why they've come up with a better model for them. So,
right. So, just go through some of these comments. UB Super League is just a bad and bet and utter nonsense. Which great for FA or all of the football organisations used all that energy when it came to racism. It shows that cash is king at the end of it. That's very true. I mean, how the hell do you not fight racism in the same light you're trying to fight a European tournament? We have to remember the money and greed are real operating forces behind these scenes. UEFA has behind some shady actions as well. One organisation reacting to the creation of another rival. The Tish. It's a panic reaction to the ESL. No, it's just like it's going against everything that football stands for. If clubs in the ESL don't buy a market, they will lose sponsors and monetary benefits that they target. They will surely have to be a criteria with blind players. That will come from JP Morgan, Chase, or the people funding the ESL. It cannot go on without big players or founding members who have been given the 400 mil to advance in the same. But anyway, we're going to quickly go straight into the new format from UEFA. So, how will the 24? So this is for 2024 to 2025. How will the competition change? The pivotal change in reforms announced by the UEFA Executive Committee after its meeting is the departure from current formats of 32 group stages. The present Champions League begins with participants divided into 8 groups of 4. From the 24 to the 25 season, there will be a single league made up of all 36 instead of 32 teams. This will give 4 more sides the opportunity to compete against the best clubs in Europe. Under the new format, teams will play 4 matches more than currently the case. They will no longer play 3 opponents twice, home and away, but will face their fixtures against 10 different teams, half of them at home and half of them away. This gives them an opportunity for the clubs to test themselves against a wide range of opponents, and also raises the prospect of fans seeing the top teams go head-to-head more often earlier in the competition. The new format should mean that there is more to play for right up until the final season. Then it goes on about how it will be allocated. Right, so how these extra 4 spots allocated. Slot 1, awarded to a club from the country placed 5th in UEFA'S National Association coefficient rankings. Each association's coefficient coefficient is based on the results of its club's performances in 5 previous Champions League and European League seasons. So UEFA coefficient rankings. So if I look at the coefficient rankings, so at the minute that will go to France, right? So France will get that extra spot. Slot 2, awarded to the domestic league champion with the highest club coefficient among all the other domestic champions that have not automatically qualified for the Champions League stages. So it would be whoever wins it, or probably gets the highest. Yeah. So it could be anyone like England, Spain, Italy. Yeah. Slots 3 and 4 awarded to the 2 clubs with the highest club coefficients that have not qualified automatically for the Champions League league stage, but have qualified either for the Champions League qualification phase or the Europa League, the Europa Conference League, due to start next season. So obviously, the round of 16, the results of each match decide overall ranking in the new league, with 3 points for a win and 1 for a draw still applying. While the top 8 teams will advance automatically to the round of 16, those sides placed between 9th and 24th will enter a playoff round. Those who finished between 9th and 16th will be seeded in the playoff draw, meaning that they will face a team placed 17th to 24th. With a home advantage in the second leg. Teams who finish 25th or lower will be eliminated and with no access to the Europa League. The 8 clubs who will prevail in the playoffs will then progress to the round of 16. They will each face one of the top 8 finishers. So for the fans, it means more opportunities to see Europe's top teams play against each other in the competition. Every game counts. The new league format will ensure that any result has the potential to dramatically change the team's position right up to the very last match day. Winning or losing could make the difference between a side automatically qualifying, entering the playoffs, or being eliminated. So yeah, it's trying to make sure every game counts. How do you see this? Do you think this is a good thing? Saeed?
No, I don't think it's a good thing. I think it's something that will obviously benefit teams like Arsenal and Tottenham, who might not finish high enough in the league but can still qualify because of what they have done previously in Europe. And it will harm teams like Leicester, Everton, West Ham, who are trying to build a project to get into the elite, but will get disadvantage because they haven't done it enough previously. And I think this is the issue. We have a conflict of interest that we have these owners who own these teams who want to be guaranteed to participate in these tournaments regardless of how well they do in the league. And I think that's not the way I want football to go. At the end of the day, if you want to guarantee that your team is in the Champions League, then you have to build a team that's good enough to be in the Champions League. And if you do build a team that is good enough, you make sure you have the recruitment people you need, the negotiators for contract, good manager, good facilities, then surely you will eventually get there. And that's how it should be.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that I will say this, is that it does make every game mean something in a sense. Especially if it's like only one simple games. Luckily, we didn't play Villarreal without Aubameyang. Luckily, we could have lost that week. This happens to be Easter, right?
But and also a question. They say each team's gonna get 10 games, right? 5 away, 5 homes. But it's 36 games. There's 36 teams, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, how are we? That's all right. By the way, everyone do hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. The link is pinned in the chat. You're gone.
I'm sorry, I have to go now, lads. Picking up the family, but
no worries. Thanks for coming on, mate. Honestly, you're gonna have to do that. But thank you.
I'll be back in these days, and good luck with the stream. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and big up to everybody in the chat.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, mate. Take care. Yeah.
Take care. Cheers.
So, but yeah, we're doing all right. Napoli have contacted the Super League in order to see if they can join. Oh, great. I think now they're just getting anyone they can. All they need is like what, 5 more? I think it'll be like if say like someone does it, say like Man City win the Premier League. If it's on an open top bus, or say Everton win it because you get shut down. I imagine Leicester with a bus going through and celebrating. No way. It ain't gonna happen. But all Conky's sports teams in the States have won nothing. There is a reason why Arsenal haven't won anything in the Premier League since he took over. Yes, since he took over, he's the problem with this horrible owner. Yes, James Dunlop, he's an Everton fan, man. You get away with it. Like, you can wind us up about it because we're fucked. We are fucked. I'm guessing the pressure you guys have seen the statement. Apparently said last night, but I could be asked to watch it. Can't watch it.
Alright.
Yeah. Just a bit. I had a bit of pain this morning, so I'd take some really strong painkillers, so I'm a bit there, little bit. But yeah, what do you think about the new format? Do you think it'll be a good thing, beneficial, or just another headache? So we've got to play more games.
Headache.
Yeah, really? With your squad?
For most teams, it will be because you don't have to play that many games in a season.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand that completely. I'm well, mate. It's just I have no inner core muscles because the amount of times they've been cut. The inner core's there, but they're just really, really weak. So what happens is it all goes on my back, right? Especially when you try and lay flat on that. It's difficult to do this and try and stop it, but there you go. It's all right though. It'll be all right. Yeah, absolutely incredible. That's his 96th win. But yeah, Champions League. I feel. I don't know what to feel anymore, man. I'm having to stay up late deciding whether I support this club or not anymore. Even Arsenal, even if they came back and they put an E on the end or something, I don't know. I don't think I'd ever support that team again. Because the fact is, you're part of it. I know the Leicester manager's got a really good manager and really good ideas and forward thinking. Brendan Rodgers, and for God's sake, he got Liverpool in the top of the league and winning it. But the problem is that these teams gone, you would have Leicester, West Ham, all buttoning out of second position or first, which is stupid. It is absolutely stupid. I just don't get it. I don't get it, mate. I don't. It's not that. It's not that. It's just like it's just having to cope with it. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind the change though, Champions League. Right? It's funny because of the Super League, because they're asking for one competition, but UEFA are asking for two. UEFA are asking for two for their Champions League. So no, for one in their Champions League. Sorry. So the one they've got for their Champions League is just basically, you saw the last one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he sent us that. And it looks really good, to be honest. It was really, really, really looking good. And it seems like Ollie, as much as we ever go and criticise him, he has slowly started to turn that club around. Now, what he gets in the January transfer market anyway, I think if Arsenal have any chance of survival, they need to get a player. Yeah. They've bought so many players, we ain't got the money, this, that and all the other. It's just ridiculous. It is ridiculous, you know. I'm not here to wind you up. I feel sorry for you, all the top six supporters. All you've been through. No, mate, you have to wind people up ahead of when you're ahead of them. Right, so hashtag Arsenal versus Liverpool. Wow. That'll be gone as well. That's the thing. And they're not realising that. That's one of the fiercest derbies. And you can pick it up and still be able to. I don't know, man. I'm trying to find things to talk about, but all I get is negativity. It's so negative. It's unreal. And I made my mind up last night. And it breaks my heart. But I can't watch them. I can't watch them. No, I'm sorry. Say awesome, that's well done, but to them, but for Arsenal, you can't blame them for not being able to catch up because they haven't got the upgrades yet. We've only 2 races this season. The fact they have caught up because that track was dominated, but there you go. In terms of the European journey, I will look at the result at Champions League fixtures. Now that's sort of out the way a little bit. There's not much else we could say. We've been moaned about it all yesterday. UCL fixtures. So, end the stream. Right. So, in the semi-finals, we have got Real Madrid versus Chelsea and PSG versus Man City. Right? Yeah. Now, Chelsea, I don't want to win them the Champions League. I don't. Right? I don't even know if that you're looking for young talent, want to look at Ireland, but there you go. What?
Well, I didn't say anything.
I thought you said something, don't worry about it. But, what was it? Real Madrid versus Chelsea, what do you think to that game?
I think Madrid will batter them, to be honest.
Batter them? Wow. Wow. I don't think it will. Right. Real Madrid have played well to get where they are because they're not the same team as they were. But yeah, I mean, with the amount of talent Chelsea have got, I would probably say between the two that he was injured. He was not injured. He was out with malaria. I think it was the. I don't know what I'm talking about now. I'm lost. It's so confusing with this Super League. You know, your head's all over the place. But yeah, with Real Madrid, Chelsea, they've got better players, right? Better talent, young talent than Real Madrid. And yeah, I think Chelsea will get through. What's your score prediction, by the way?
3-1 Madrid.
I was going to go 2-1 Madrid. I don't think they'll score 3 against Villa. I don't know. But then, to be honest, we didn't expect Vettel to not we didn't expect Real Madrid with the squad they had to get where they have been, right? Because they're not the same. So they've done well to get there, but I do feel Chelsea will be too strong for them, and it just feels like a repeat of 2012 all over again. So that's why I would go for Chelsea, even if it's at a neutral ground, and I would say 2-1 Arsenal. Right, there you go. The other semi-final, PSG versus Man City. Now, obviously, being a Man City fan, you want them to win. But I'll just quickly go through these comments. On the positive note, maybe Gunnosaurus will get his job back. Are you bothered for Friday night, David? If we play like we did last week and get close, I won't get close. Yeah. Matt, how are you, Matt? Breaking news: Scunthorpe promoted to the Liga. No, I take the piss because, like, obviously, with the European Super League, right, there's even rumours they won't be even played at our home stadium. Right, some of the games will be played in Australia, some Dubai, like you name it, and that's just a joke. Right, it's an absolute criminal joke. I mean, how can you throw away all this? Throw away the clones that have basically kept. I don't get it. How can you have a guy at them? They've done their job. They've done their job to absolutely perfection, and you just this disrespect is unreal. What do you make of Zidane as a manager?
He's a good manager. He's won 3 Champions Leagues. Not many managers can say that. I think he's a brilliant manager, and he scored Klopp the other week as well.
Yeah. Big up, Steve and Charlie. Do forgive me if I've come out with stuff wrong and stuff. Painkillers are really sort of hitting in and just struggle at the minute, but I'm carrying on as usual. Thought we know. But I feel, like I said, poor restrictions. I'd say 2-0 with Chelsea. I mean, they beat Atletico Madrid. If I'm not mistaken, Atletico Madrid are top of the La Liga. So yeah, look at the other semi-final now, which is PSG Man City. And obviously, you're interested as a Man City fan. Take away what's happening with the Super League, right? What's your thoughts going into this game?
I think we're a better team than PSG, and I'll be disappointed if we don't go through.
Wow, that's a big statement. That is a big statement because we all know that PSG They're not in the chat. They're not on, if they're not in the panel, they'll get on the chat at the end. Well, last month, that was the last 2 months, month or two in the team. But yeah, it's like I said, everyone that's been on Red Bull, I do feel they've been suited on to Verstappen. Then George Russell, in my opinion. What? What's confirmed? What's confirmed? I'm sorry. I don't think I can do this. My head's all over the place. Just give me a minute.
Yeah.
Give me a minute. Yeah, right. Sorry. Right, sorry. Yeah. Fixtures. UCL fixtures. Thanks, David, for coming on. I'm sorry I've been talking gibberish, but there you go. Yeah. I think PSG and Man City. I said Man City to win the Champions League. If they're still in it, that is. But, oh my life, I can't pick a winner.
Really?
I can't. Right, unless Scottish football is that bad now. But 2-1 Man City for me. Depends also how the players react, right, to like what's going on. I mean, half of them last night in the Liverpool game against Leeds, I think they were still in shock rather than anger. They'll quickly turn into anger, so don't worry about that. Apparently is an under 10s European Super League. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, that's the UCL fixtures, and I'll be gobsmacked if at least Liverpool didn't go through. Now I've been able to, still be able to look it up and weaknesses. Where's their weaknesses with Real Madrid? What do you think is the best weaknesses to exploit?
The back line. I don't know if Ramos will be back for this game, but it's a big miss for Real Madrid normally.
Yeah, got a good point. But like I said, I think I'm going to go Man City, be Man City, and Barcelona final. That's what I think. But yeah. So moving on to the Europa League, and I'm going to wrap this up because I'm in no state to carry on much longer. Obviously, this is where I get concerned because I'm an Arsenal fan. So, we've got so we've got Man United versus Roma, Villarreal versus Arsenal. What do you say? What do you say with Man United first?
I think United will end up beating Roma.
Okay. Well, we're no mugs, they're a decent side. They're a very good side, actually. Right, Italian football, we know is slow, but it's more keep the ball or let them have the ball and try and count them on a set piece when they've won it early and caught them on the break. That's what I see happening. So yeah, I do feel that Man United will struggle, and I actually think Man United will get knocked out. For me,
Really?
I do. I do, to be honest. because I think Ollie and semi-finals don't mix. Like oil and water.
Curse has got to end at some point.
Yeah, I know it's got to end at some point, but I don't see it. And plus, Roma don't have to worry about the European Super League, so they've got something to fight for. Man United don't. They're dragged into it and not having to being asked. What does that tell you? And he's done it towards the end of there you go. Yeah, then Villarreal versus Arsenal. Good evening, Mr. Good evening. I comes back to the Emirates. Right. If Arsenal was still in this tournament, this is Bayern if all the clubs are still the same, which I think they will. So I think UEFA haven't got a backbone to do that. This is probably why they're doing this. But yeah, Man United versus Arsenal. What are you saying?
I think Villarreal will beat Arsenal.
You sure?
Yeah.
I don't know, mate. I don't know.
You think Arsenal will win?
No.
That's what I said. I said Villarreal.
I think they will. I don't think they will. Do you know why?
Go on.
Why? Because we just make mistakes all the time. We make mistakes all the time. There you go. There we go. But we'll have to wait and see on that one until next week. If we're still in it, that is, because obviously they're going to have a meeting apparently on Thursday after this meeting. UEFA are having their own meeting because the head of UEFA is so furious. He's literally saying to every football association, I want them out of the Europa League and Champions League now. Not wait, they want it now, which is alarming. Which just shows like the amount of disgust that football is showing to this. Because it's money grabbing power, isn't it? It's money grabbing power. They don't care about football or the fans. Right? They think they could just buy everything, and it's wrong. But it's like I said earlier with branding. If no one does anything, knowing that Arsenal have got a notification about a reminder to call mum, right? Yeah, it's done. It's done. Simple as that. So there you go. Sorry. But yeah, what are you saying with Villarreal Arsenal? What are you saying?
I think Villarreal will go through.
Villarreal? Why is that?
Arsenal are just shit.
Oh, thanks. I can't wait till the next game, mate. When you get absolutely battered, right? I'm gonna actually come for you, honestly. I literally come at you with a fire extinguisher and say, "Cool down, mate. Sit down. Sit down. Cool down, right? Have a coke and a smile on the way whilst you're resting." But yeah, I see Arsenal. They've got to win the Europa League. Giving themselves assurances, but they've got to do it. It's hard to imagine that 3-4 years down the line, within two managers, and only one of them have got anything. Just one more comment. And then I'm just going to give my opinion on it and I'm done. I hope Man United and Arsenal both go out. No one's getting anything from any of this. Absolutely. I'd rather win it the normal way. I actually know the truth about the whole normal way. And I'm not willing to put, well, you might as well put Michael Jackson in that little group. because he's not welcome on my social media channel. I sent him one invite only, Mike, to come on the show to discuss things with us like that. Show what it's like to drive a MotoGP bike, because I want to do that. Maybe I want to do that if I've got the balance. But it's touchy. It's very touchy. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up there, guys. If I've been talking out of context, going drifting off and talking about something that's not there, I do apologise. I didn't take that many. I took my normal dose this morning, and it's really hit us bad. But so I'm gonna have to just stop after this. But we have managed to get there. Matt, leave it, man. I'd rather see Ariana live. Yeah, mate. Right. It's just so depressing. Everyone's minds everywhere. But yeah, like I said, I'm not feeling too bright from this because of what's happened. So, for me, Arsenal obviously still need to win. Right, Tottenham. Do Tottenham.
Stephen, wrap it up.
What's that?
Wrap it up.
Yeah, wrap it up. Wrap it up. Yeah. Anyway, like I said, I do apologise if it's been on and off. If I've been on and off, I do apologise. But yeah, have some rest, Stephen. You've been working hard, bro. That's probably why as well. I'm just very tired. Struggling to sleep with all this whilst trying to do streams for you guys. So, but I appreciate everyone's support as always. You guys keep me going. And yes, I may overdo it, but I've got to. But like I said, I want you to have the best content possible. So, yeah, thank you as always. Make sure you stay safe, stay well. Smash a like on the video. Share the channel with your friends, your family. We're 106. Yeah, we're 106 from 1K and the money we need. So please do that now. But until then, we'll see you at 6 p.m. because 6 p.m. It's the big show, the most important one out of all of it. It's the liver awareness show. We're talking finally about sort of giving you advice about alcohol and liver disease and what you need to look out for and what you need to be careful of. But yeah, until then, everyone stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.